My gorgeous Aquamarini, at the beginning of this week, I'm going to be completely honest with you like I always am anyway with every single sign that I do. But at the beginning of this week, you are going to have a bit of like a kind of unusual situation happening, an unusual situation going on. And I'm talking about the weekend between the 6th and the 12th of February 2023. My gorgeous Aquamarini, well, you need to remember that this is your time. And you also need to remember that you are more powerful than you normally actually are throughout the month of February 2023. Your energy, it's like very much so different, but in a really, really good way. And that in itself means that you are gonna be really, you're gonna be keep on surprising yourself throughout the month of February with your own strengths. But before that happens, you also need to kind of like really like trust your intuition with those particular things that are inviting you into their world. You know what I mean? So if something is kind of inspiring you, or if you suddenly are thinking about something that is just making you feel so good about yourself, don't wait for the next day, don't wait for the next week, don't wait for the next month. This is something that you just need to kind of like take on almost immediately, because at the same time there is something quite specific that not only you're going to find out about yourself, but like this in itself is going to bring a really specific unfoldment into your life as well, which is ultimately going to lead towards a very much so remarkable new beginning. So now, my gorgeous Aquamarini, I'm going back to the beginning of this week, and I'm sorry, I may be like too confusing, because sometimes I basically what I do is like I read the tarot cards, of course, but at the same time, of course, I'm channeling messages throughout the reading. A lot has been happening in your life. I mention this always, I know, but a lot was happening in your life within the last 2 or 3 years. So when it comes to your sign, I always go especially deep, my gorgeous Aquamarini, because so much is going on in your life, so much is happening, and you still need to kind of come out of something. You're still at the last bits and pieces of something, some kind of tangled web, oh God, some kind of tangled web. You were in a tangled web like for a while, like, oh no, I can't move, you know what I mean? But now, you are coming out of it, but you still need to deal with the last bits and pieces, you know what I mean? So this is something I need you to understand. So going back to the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Aquamarini, you are really, what I was going to say is that you are going to have this terrible, oh God, you are going to have this like kind of tower situation. So something, the tower situation, something is really kind of going to blow you away. Something is going to happen, and it is going to kind of make you step back and like, oh my God, what's going on? What I'm going to do now? What's happening? What's going on? And something is going to like a little bit going to throw you out of balance. So something is going to happen completely unexpectedly, but it's not going to be that good. But trust me, this week is going to be amazing. So please don't kind of go away and say, bye, Sasha. Stay here and listen to this until the end, okay? It's gonna be really, really good. You have got a bit of a yin-yang moment here indeed. So at the beginning of this week, you are gonna have this unexpected situation, which is not going to be good, which is gonna be like, oh, a little bit horrible, and it's gonna kind of throw you out of balance. It's gonna make you think, what I'm gonna do now, and this and that. And the reason why you're gonna have this tower situation is purely because you are going to the reason why you're gonna have this tower situation is purely because you are going to one particular person is going to be responsible for this. One specific person here, it's actually going to be responsible for this tower situation. And this particular person that I'm talking about is someone who is actually really clever, someone who is actually quite intelligent, but then on another hand, they're using their cleverness and their intelligence for wrong things. And that particular person has been doing something for so long that they just like almost doing something really bad or negative for so long that they got to the stage of their lives that they're not going to get out of it anymore. They're not going to change. But you know this, you are aware of this, and you were aware of this anyway. So that specific person here, who's someone really intelligent but also a little bit cuckoo at the same time, somebody who's like maybe never gonna grow up in a certain way, do you know what I mean? Someone who's never going to grow up to, in a way people should grow up, So someone who's not necessarily evil, but they're just still doing things that they kind of shouldn't be doing it, and it just doesn't make sense anymore. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, so that particular person is going to be directly responsible for that particular tower in your life. Someone is going to kind of cause this. Someone is going to create this. But as I said, this is not going to completely surprise you. Do you know what? That, first of all, is going to throw you out of balance. You're going to be like, oh my God, no. And then you're going to be really glad. Then a couple of days later, you are going to realize, you're going to realize something about yourself that you never realized before. And also you're going to realize, an important adjustment that you need to make, that you wanted to make in a long time. Now this important adjustment just kind of made itself by itself. So first of all, you're going to see this as a bad thing, but then a couple of days later, you're going to be like, oh my God, this is brilliant actually. And now suddenly you're going to realize exactly what an amazing person you are. You're going to realize how responsible you are. You're going to realize how reliable you are. You're going to also realize that you need to be persistent, even more persistent about what actually happened. So this tower, like, it's a negative situation, it's a bad situation, something that happened that is going to blow you away, but at the same time, it's not the end. It's not the end. It's not the end of this tower that is actually going to happen. I know this sounds crazy, but a couple of days later, you're going to realize, that the fact that this tower happened, you will kind of understand why this happened, and you will understand what caused it to happen. But at the same time, you are kind of going to be blaming yourself, but that is actually not going to be really bad at all, because you need to kind of get to this stage in order to dig yourself out of this darkness, because you are at the same time having this gorgeous lotus moment. You're going through the mud, baby, you're going through the muddy water, but now you're going to come up really, really quickly, really soon. You're going to be facing either the sun, or you're going to be facing either the gorgeous moon, my gorgeous aquamarine. Either way, it's going to be brilliant, and it's going to lead towards a remarkable success in your life. So 2 days later, a couple of days later, you are going to kind of realize, you know what, I can actually do this. So the tower situation, it's not something that completely came to an end as in final. Yes, something is going to come to an end, something is going to surprise you and throw you out of balance, but it's not final. I hope this is not confusing, okay? It's not final. And this in itself, a couple of days later, it's going to make you aware of your own strength, your own power, and you're going to feel so good about yourself, because a lot is going to be on you, and you're going to like it. There are lots of responsibilities that are going to be on you, and you're going to like it. And at the same time, you're going to go into this psychic mode, into this highly intuitive mode, and you are going to kind of almost have some kind of a vision, about how good this is actually going to be good for you. So a couple of days later, this tower moment, it's only gonna kind of make you aware of something so important to you, something that you want to make successful, something that you want to work on, and something that is going to make you feel so excited. You're going to feel so excited about it, because you are going to realize that you're absolutely able to do this. You're capable to do this. This is going to lead towards your own happiness, towards such a joy, towards such a pleasure, towards so much peace, love, and contentment, my gorgeous aquamarine, that you didn't have in absolute ages. And this is also going to lead towards you being really supported for doing this by those people in your life who mean to you the most. But also at the same time, what you're doing right now, it's going to bring you an excellent reputation. Okay, absolutely mind-blowingly excellent reputation. Because at the same time, this is gonna be really, really important to you. You are gonna realize that you're gonna need to come out of your comfort zone as well. This is something that I need to mention here. You're gonna realize that you're gonna need to tap into something that you've never kind of tapped into before, and that is gonna require from you to come out of your comfort zone. And this in itself, it's also kind of going to be such a great eye opener for you here, because you're also gonna have a such a beautiful and new emotional experience also at around the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Aquamarini. You are going to have such a beautiful and new emotional experience, and that emotional experience that you are going to have, it's all going to start with some kind of a message, or it's all going to start with some kind of a letter, or it's all going to start with some kind of information. This beautiful new emotional experience, it's really going to open your eyes, and it's going to like kind of make you aware of the certain things that you want to do so badly, that you wanted to do in such a long time, and you're going to be reminded of them. Okay, this is important also. And also, my gorgeous Aquamarini, when it comes to the beginning of this week, you know, it's such a huge accomplishment. So you see, it's going to start with a tower, but that tower is going to turn out to be brilliant for you, you know, because you are going to realize how much something means to you so much. But at the same time, you know, this is also like kind of going to help you to reconnect with yourself and to realize the essence of your own power. So do you see what I mean? So also at the beginning of this week, it's an incredible accomplishment that you are going to have, and an incredible accomplishment that you are going to have. It's more about you finally overcoming some kind of challenge and obstacle that was like draining your energy over the last 7 months, indeed, because you were let down by someone. So you are about to overcome some kind of obstacle and challenge because you were let down by someone within the last 7 months, and this is also going to be such a remarkable accomplishment indeed. You see, so by the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Aquamarini, you know, something like now we are talking. Now I really like this. It's like, oh my God, you know, one unexpected situation at the beginning of this week. It's like, oh God, you know, and this other unexpected situation at around the midweek, it's also gonna blow you away in such a good way now, because you are going to become aware of an unexpected success in your life at around the midweek, and this is going to be absolutely brilliant. This is going to like be such a huge accomplishment, and this is going to be such a huge thing for you when it comes to success, when it comes to finances, when it comes to money. Things are going to start looking up for you indeed. I'm not saying that you didn't have money, you know, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying that all this is going to kind of make you feel like you're doing something so important, especially when it comes to like you securing your future. So an unexpected situation, an unexpected success you're going to become aware of at around the midweek, my gorgeous Aquamarini. This is going to like make you feel so good about yourself. It's to do with like a really important recognition as well, but at the same time it is also going to make you aware of the fact that now it's time to abandon something. Now it's time to abandon something and to kind of like cut something out of your life. You need to move on from something. This is so important. And as soon as you become aware of what am I talking about exactly, there is this kind of like a really amazing vision that you are going to have, and this vision that you are going to have is just gonna kind of like a really pretty much, so it's a lot to do like how you want your future to be, but you will realize that there are like kind of maybe specific people or specific things are like kind of missing when it comes to this vision. So this vision is going to surprise you, but naturally it's happening exactly what should be happening at this stage of your spiritual journey, my gorgeous Aquamarini, indeed. And by the time you get to the last part of this week, you know, you need to understand this, that there is going to be such an important negotiation. Listen, this is so significant. At around the end of the week, you are going to have an important negotiation. When you become aware of this negotiation, you need to don't hold anything back. Don't hold anything in. Put your foot down, put your point across, you know, say what you want, say what you need, say what you want out of this negotiation, because on one hand you're going to be dealing with somebody who has got a very strong and powerful energy, and sometimes people with a very strong and powerful energy, they can maybe a little bit manipulate us, not intentionally. You know, it really depends. It really depends what specific person we are talking about here, but you know, just need to kind of remember this. So at around the end of the week, week you are going to have such an important negotiation, my gorgeous Aquamarini, and when that happens, don't hold anything back whatsoever. And also, maybe it feels like you are going to be speaking to someone who you really kind of highly respect as well, but you know, at the same time, you just need to find like a really thin line in between, you know, like type of thing. But also, so when you become aware of this negotiation, when you do have this negotiation, at around the same time, you are going to have a very unusual sign, very strange and unusual sign. And that sign is going to really kind of, you will know that that negotiation is something really, really wise. That sign is going to confirm to you that what you were talking about when it comes to that negotiation, you know, that you are doing something really wise. And very soon, very shortly after that moment in time, you are going to see such a remarkable potential where you haven't seen the potential before. And there is someone very specific in your life, like a psychic or somebody extremely intuitive, somebody who is like very closely connected to you, somebody who talks to you a lot, somebody who talks to you often, somebody who's like a very consistent in your life, but it's also like some kind of a psychic or extremely intuitive person in your life who doesn't get things wrong. It's also going to confirm this to you, some kind of potential when it comes to that negotiation that you didn't even know. And that potential, it's also going to bring so much like kind of crazy things in your life in the best possible way, but it's also going to speed up the process, like, oh my God, on your spiritual journey. And it's also going to start the process of like an amazing spiritual healing as well. It's absolutely remarkable, my gorgeous Aquamarini. So it's all going to lead towards a remarkable potential that you're going to become aware of, which is going to surprise you. But on top of that, it's also going to be confirmed through somebody who you really kind of trust in terms of the actual guidance. And also, even if that you haven't got anybody like this in your life, maybe you're watching someone, you know, it's to do with somebody who's like a consistent in your life that, you know, does help you on this spiritual level. Indeed. So this, it's going to be absolutely remarkable, my gorgeous Aquamarini, indeed. So now I'm just going to shuffle these oracle cards and I'm going to see what is going to be an oracle card of the week. Okay, so what is going to be an oracle card of the week, my gorgeous Aquamarini? What is going to be an oracle card of the week? And oh, Aquarius, Aquarius, patience, patience, patience. Do you see? I did mention to be patient. This is so important. Look at this. I did mention to you at the beginning of this reading to be patient. My oracle cards are like, ooh la la, baby. Be patient. Be very, very patient. This is so important. So that also means that, you know, throughout this week, please do not be put off with things only because they might take a little bit longer or they're taking a long time. It doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as you're doing what you want to do, as long as you're doing things that you're passionate about, you know, as long as you're focusing on those things that make you feel really happy and makes you feel passionate. Okay, it doesn't matter how long things take. And I know that this is a part of the challenge that, you know, 2 or 3 times this week you will be working on things, you will be doing certain things, and it's almost like a part of the challenge that you're gonna think like, oh my God, I had enough. No, baby, no. It's only like this because one stage is coming to an end, which was dark and negative, and another new stage is about to come up, a fantastic new optimistic stage where everything is going to start working in your favor in the best possible way. And it's also bringing some remarkable people into your life, which you do need at this stage of your spiritual journey. These remarkable people who are about to enter your life also very, very soon. You're going to learn from them so much. Through them, you're going to realize how much you changed, and you're going to like this. You're going to like this so much, and you will see exactly what I mean. Okay, my gorgeous Aquamarini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.